So our third contributed speaker is Luca. He's a postdoctoral researcher in computational social science at the University of Applied Sciences and Arts of Southern Switzerland. And he'll be talking to us about digital weapons in social media manipulation campaigns.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. So hello, everybody. Thanks for introducing me, Mariah. And as you said, I'm Luca, a postdoc researcher at SUPSI in Lugano. And today I'm happy to discuss here with you some findings of my last works that I have been conducting during the last year in collaboration with Emilio Ferrara, Ashok Deb, and Adam Badawi from the Information Science Institute at USC, and Silvia Giordano and Felipe Cardoso from SUPSI. As you will see from the title, the objective of this presentation is to inspect the digital weapons that have been used in manipulation campaigns on social media. As also highlighted today, the online ecosystem landscape is loaded of threats and malicious entities used to manipulate people's opinions and in diverse contexts, ranging from politics to public health. The main responsible actors of manipulation and misinformation operation are considered to be bots and trolls, where bots are defined as automated accounts controlled by software and designed to impersonate human behavior, while trolls are human operators, often state-sponsored and involved in information operations. The objective of these malicious users is to influence people's belief, spread misinformation, and sow conflict on social or political issues. And despite the attempt from social media providers to purge their platforms, social media abuse persists, and the online ecosystem still presents a mix of organic and malicious users. Therefore, developing computational tools to detect orchestrated campaigns is of paramount importance for the integrity of online discussions. And while different approaches for identifying bots have been offered, the research community have not yet established a principal solution to the detection of trolls. However, as the strategies of bots have been becoming increasingly sophisticated, we need to keep the pace of such malicious accounts in order to build and adapt effective countermeasures for their detection. Along this research direction, in this presentation, we inspect the activity of malicious accounts to investigate how they strategically employ the digital weapons available on social media. And as we leverage Twitter to perform our analysis, we focus on the sharing activities that Twitter users can employ to create original content via original tweets, reshare others' tweets via retweets, and respond to others' tweets via reply. As far as bots are concerned, we detect automated accounts by means of the widely used botometer detection tool, and we aim to explore the strategies developed by bots for spreading information and interacting with social media users while resembling human appearance and avoiding detection. We focused on the interaction with human users, but also on the interplay within the bot population. And we show how, in this slide, we show how bots' strategies to spread content has mutated over the last two US elections, the 2016 presidential election and the 2018 midterms. We consider the same set of about 250,000 accounts that were active in both the events, where almost 13% of the accounts were labeled as likely bots by Botometer. And both in 2016 and 2018, bots tweeted multiple times the content they generated. But while in 2016, this repeated activity was mainly performed by each bot separately, that means that each message was published multiple times by the same bot, in 2018, this repeated activity was also shared between bots. That means that multiple bots shared the same message once. And in this figure, we show the probability distribution related to the number of multiple bots sharing the same content in the two election periods. And despite the majority of content is shared by a few bots in both periods, it is noticeable how in the 2018 election, the number of authors sharing the same content increased. And we hypothesize that the distributed activities of bots can be a strategy to create an illusion of consensus and possibly to avoid detection. In this slide, we explore bots' partisan behavior by investigating their strategy to infiltrate political discussion during the 2018 election. And this figure shows the 10 core and 25 core decomposition graphs of the retweet network, where nodes represent Twitter users and link represent retweets among them. Colors indicate the political ideology, while with the darker colors being bots and lighter colors being human users. The graph is visualized using a force-directed layout that in our setting means that users are spatially distributed according to the amount of retweets shared between each other. The result is a network naturally split into two communities, where each side is almost entirely populated by users with the same political ideology. Two facts are worth noting. One, bots are embedded with humans in each political side, suggesting that bots support and behave according to a political ideology. And two, as we move from the 10 core to the 25 core decomposition, bots appear to outnumber humans, suggesting that bots populate areas of the retweet network that are more central and better connected. In this slide, we display how bots strategically perform their activity over time by examining the number of tweets shared weekly by humans and bots over the whole year approaching the 2018 election, and for each digital weapon they can employ on Twitter. Interestingly, bots followed a similar pattern of human users over the whole year, which might suggest that bots attempted to resemble human behavior by strategically mimicking their temporal activity. And it is worth noting how bots started emulating human activity since the beginning of the year, further confirming how early detecting coordinated campaigns is a challenging task. Despite bots shared less tweets than humans, bots were more active than humans. On average, a bot shared 3 times the number of tweets shared by a human user, which is consistent with bots' purpose of flooding online platforms with a high volume of tweets. As expected, bots heavily rely on the retweet activity as it represents a simpler operation for automated accounts with respect to the creation of an original tweet or a reply. And this further confirms that retweets have been employed as bots' favorite digital weapon to resonate messages. Despite original tweets and replies require the usage of more advanced techniques based on natural language processing, the volume of such activities performed by bots approaches human activities volume, especially if we consider that humans outnumber bots. These results suggest that also more sophisticated bots operated along with less advanced spammers. In this figure, we show how bots and humans interact with each other in terms of retweet. We consider each group separately, therefore the edge sides gives a measure of the group propensity to interact with the other groups. Interestingly, bots balance their interaction with humans and within the bot population, confirming again bots' strategy to amplify messages to create an illusion of public consensus. By considering humans' interaction, it can be noticed that about 1 in 3 retweets performed by humans comes from a bot-generated content, which represents an alarming signal for the spread of misinformation and its impact on people's belief. As far as trolls are concerned, we have proposed an innovative solution to uncover trolls' peculiar behavioral characteristics for enabling their detection. To accomplish this purpose, we aim at considering how users' online activity is affected by the interaction and the feedback received by other users within the social media. The rationale is to uncover the incentives driving trolls' activity and utilize such cues for distinguishing them from non-troll accounts. I will be happy to further elaborate and present in detail this work on Thursday at 11 a.m. during session number 10 at the virtual conference. So concluding, we have seen how bots mutated their behavior to avoid detection, spread content, and create the illusion of public consensus. Our analysis presents an alarming finding. In fact, 1 in 3 retweets performed by humans comes from a bot-generated content. This set of open problems poses numerous challenges in the fight against social media abuse and motivates further research for a better understanding of malicious actors' behavior, strategies, and their evolution over time. Our analysis also opens the door to further discussion about the interplay between human and bot accounts. For instance, are bots effective because of their strategy or because of the human ineptitude to distinguish their nature? So these and related analysis will be expanded in future work. So thanks everybody. You can find the video and the implementation of the troll detection approach that I'll present on Thursday at the links displayed in this slide or in the virtual portal of the conference. Thanks again for your attention, and let me thank also the amazing colleagues that cooperated with me in these works. Also, please let me broadcast this special issue. I'm guest editing with Emilio Ferrara and Stefano Cresci on misinformation in the era of COVID-19 for the Journal of Computational Social Science, which I think might be of great interest for the participants of this workshop. Thanks.